Excuse me, ma'am.
Excuse me.
It's done. The security unit was hit by what seemed to be armed resistors. There were no survivors.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Thank you. If you'll just leave me alone for a moment.
It's almost time. You all right?
Yeah, it's just butterflies.
It's nice to know that you're at least a little bit like the rest of us.
We're supposed to walk separately, or can I take your arm? As though we're getting married.
I'll take my arm, but under no circumstances are you to say I do. Let's go, guys.
His name's Billy Andrews. He's being held against his will. We've got to find him. Spread out. Look everywhere!
Bradford, will you raise your right hand and repeat after me? I, Peter Arthur Bradford, do solemnly affirm.
I, Peter Arthur Bradford, do solemnly affirm
that I will conduct the responsibilities of the Governor General of the Central Area Heartland to the best of my ability.
that I will conduct the responsibilities of the Governor General of the Central Area Heartland to the best of my abilities.
And in the name of and for the benefit of the people of Heartland.
And in the name of, for the benefit of the people of Heartland.
Having been chosen by the people, I serve at the pleasure of the people.
Having been chosen by the people, I serve at the pleasure of the people.
Conducting all aspects of the government of this area according to the dictates of law and justice.
Conducting all aspects of the government of this area according to the dictates of law and justice.
Congratulations. Congratulations, Governor General. After me. I, Marion Andrews, do solemnly affirm.
I, Marion Andrews, do solemnly affirm.
That I will conduct the responsibilities of the Deputy to the Governor General for the Central Area Heartland to the best of my ability.
That I will conduct the responsibilities of the Deputy to the Governor General of the Central Area Heartland to the best of my ability.
And in the name of, and for the benefit of, the people of Heartland.
And in the name of, and for the benefit of, the people of Heartland.
Having been chosen by the people, I serve at the pleasure of the people.
Having been chosen by the people, I serve at the pleasure of the people.
Conducting all the aspects of the government of this area according to the dictates of law and justice.
Conducting all the aspects of the government of this area according to the dictates of law and justice.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
They're coming. What? They're coming. The barracks, full strength.
Well, where are they?
They're heading for town. They're right behind me.
Oh, what the hell do they want now?
What the hell's going on? They're coming. The barracks, full strength.
Us.
Maybe.
Well, we can't take that chance. We have to figure out where to hide him.
You and Si get out of here. The less you know, the better. Try and stall them. Go on.
How about the exile camp?
They'll look everywhere. It's their mentality. Don't try to figure it out. Just be thorough.
The root cellar.
I don't know if I find that easy.
Is there any place that nobody knows about?
Maybe I should go back. They just want to take me back to my mom. And I don't want them to hurt anybody.
Appreciate the thought, young man. Do you want to go back? Devin say it was okay to give up the boy?
No. I seem to think it was pretty important.
Okay. Then we just got to figure something out here. Okay?
Ladies and gentlemen, for the first time, the new area anthem sung by the combined Lincoln Youth Brigade choirs. Please rise.
Through years of storm and strife.
should be big enough.
What is it?
A dugout. It's gonna be pretty musty, but the great-great-great-grandparents survived in here the first winter they were here. So will you. Okay, go on, get in. Come on, now.
Well, we might as well see what it was like 130 years ago.
That's it.
Say, you don't think they're still in there, do you?
Go on. Back as soon as I can. Shut up!
Damn it.
We're the voice of a new people. The destructive ways of the past are gone. We will replace them with our vision of the future. The party will lead us to the new age. There have been those who have tried to stop the new age. They are the corrupt reminder of the past. They have tried to confuse us with the idea that the old America was a good country. We know that lie. History teaches us that lie. We are grateful to our Soviet brothers who saved the world from destruction, and we can now join them in a world of socialist brotherhood. Everyone will go to school, everyone will have a job, everyone will be equal. No one will exploit or be exploited, and all those who oppose this wonderful vision will be crushed.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Governor General of Heartland, Peter Bradley.
Fellow citizens, today is a momentous occasion in our history. We all know what we have lost. We must now turn to what we can gain. We must come together with those we trust, our family, our friends, our neighbors, to work for the well-being of our area, Heartland. I come before you today not to mourn the past, for we have all done that for too long, but to address the future, our future. There are elements of the past which we shall hold in our hearts for as long as we live. But in order to survive, to prosper, and to be our own people, we must forget the past and look to the future. Our area is larger than most of the countries in Europe. Our productive capacity as a people is unmatched. This is our opportunity to take a step away from the misery of the domination of our lives and spirits for the last 10 years. We are now free to become a vital and important part of the world community of nations. So it is with great humility that I join with you on our common cause. All of us asserting our own future, our own freedom, our own destiny, our hope, no longer as Americans, but as Heartlanders. Heartlanders! 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 Heartlanders!
Maybe it was for him the only way.
Well, it's not the only way for me.
Ellie! Where are you going?
War! Now, everybody stay calm.
Hey, come on. Is that Vicky?
I will ask you one last time. Where's the boy? Burn the house!
All right, get them in.
Give me the casa!
Major, for God's sakes, what's the point?
Where is the boy?
We don't know. I told you, we don't know!
Burn it! Burn it!
Major! Please. Please. Please!
He arrived at the hospital. Yes. Tonight.
He can't. You said he...
They must have used the escort as a screen. The hospital was unprepared.
What do you mean it was unprepared?
We had notified them that he was dead.
They've got to kill him. They've got to do it right away.
Ma'am, I told them that. Dr. Collins says they're researchers, not executioners.
Oh, how dare she? How dare she? Is there anybody in Omaha? Anyone who's reliable?
I've already given the order.
And where is he now?
In the hospital, under sedation. It's the first stage of the program. Dr. Collins assures me he's quite secure. Marion. You there?
Yes, I'm here.
I'll go myself, if necessary.
All right.
I've got them to assign a special series on the new Governor General. That at least gets me to Omaha.
Do we know anybody there? There's got to be some groups there.
Who's ever even been to Omaha?
Yeah, resistor cows.
That's what makes it so damn frustrating. You know there are people out there, but how do you link them up?
I stand a hell of a lot better chance of helping them there than here. I mean, here, all we can do is sit around and wait for the word that it's too late. Well, I'm not going to do that anymore. Anybody who was out there knows this is the man, and this is the time. It's our chance to be something more than just little discussion or disruption groups. This is the man, and this is the time.
We were all out there.
We all felt it.
Well, I'll be damned if I'm not going to try to do something about it.
Well, how about us? All our separate groups. What about building together, not just on this, but on everything?
Build on this. This is what we build on. Devin Milford, standing on the steps of the 4th District Court, reciting the Pledge of Allegiance. Put out the word that he's alive, and he's back.
And America's back.
Ladies and gentlemen of the legislatures, the Governor General and Deputy Governor General of Heartland.
Ladies and gentlemen, first of all, I want to thank you all for coming today and lending your support and encouragement to the effort to make our 5-state area great again. Secondly, I want to assure you that your state governments, you governors, and the legislators of the 5 states that make up our new heartland will remain as they are now, with the exception that you will exercise more actual influence and control over your own state affairs. We all know that your state governments have been rendered almost without purpose by the Soviet occupation. That time has come to an end. There will be no more directives from the Soviet advisor's office. In the coming week, I would like to invite all of you to the interim regional capital in Omaha to discuss your ideas for making our administration more effective and more responsive to the needs of our people. I would also like to invite you to elect delegates to a constitutional convention, which in the coming months will be the basis for a secure and just society.
Sir,
Yes, Ruth. Lovely to see you.
does this mean that the area has actually seceded from the Union?
No. But following our discussions in Omaha, we will be submitting the creation of our new country, Heartland, to a plebiscite. And after the approval of the people, I will declare that we are the separate country of Heartland, no longer a part of the old United States.
My God, Peter, you can't do that. I thought all this was just something to make the regional administrative change a little dressier.
I know how difficult this is to accept. It is for me, too. But there comes a time when it is necessary to give up some of our unrealistic hopes. We cannot allow sentiment to get in...
Sentiment? My God, I'm an American. I'll always be an American. That's not sentimental, that's the simple truth.
There is no America. There hasn't been for some time. That is the fact. There is a heartland. That is another fact. The vast majority of our people are ready. They have been ready for a long time for something to give them new hope. I, for one, will be part of that new beginning. I will hold out the hand of hope to those yearning for a new life in which they can be rewarded for their own work, raise their own crops, free of UN special service units, free of Soviet domination, free of meaningless politicians in Washington.
Exiles only. Absolutely no townspeople.
Yes, sir. We're weeding them out.
You have been selected from your state National Guard and area guard units to become part of the new Heartland Defense Force. You will be responsible for selecting the best men from your units to become part of the Defense Force. They must be willing to follow any command against enemies of Heartland from within or without. The remainder of the National Guard units will be disbanded. Are you with me?
Yes, sir!
Are you with me? Yes, sir! Are you with me? Yes, sir! Are you with me? Yes, sir! And now let me give you the man who is ending this occupation. The man who is liberating us from Soviet domination. The man who stands between us and the domination of our lands by the party. Your Commander-in-Chief, Governor-General of Heartland, Peter Bradford.
You have your honor.
Come in.
I believe you have the wrong jacket.
No, I don't think so.
Try this one.
General?
It wouldn't be suitable for a colonel to be the national advisor to America. No matter how short the duration of that entity. There's much to do. Come. There have been several major reversals worldwide. Shipment through the Panama Canal has been halted because of the destruction of one of the locks. I'm afraid we miscalculated there too. Premier Castro is becoming old. He acts as though he is still a revolutionary. The Central Committee concludes that, in spite of America's defeat, many of these worldwide disturbances exist because there is the assumption that America will rise again.
It is not America. It has nothing to do with what's going on here. It is an idea.
The men in the Kremlin see the world through reports and monitors. We are not very good at running the world. You're the best, Andre. Yours has been a brilliant game of chess. I'm afraid our leaders, however, are about to knock over the board.
What do you mean?
Since my communication with First Deputy Malkiev and Chairman Nestorenkov, I have another directive from the committee. I have a final task to perform.
What is it?
This is something for me to attend to. All I will tell you is the alternative. The use of low-yield nuclear devices over 3 cities.
You can't be serious.
I've given them something. Something else something. Symbolic, which will convince them America's finally dead. The other areas must secede within the next 2 weeks.
How is that possible? They are not ready. Even in my area, we're barely able to keep to the current plan.
You must. It will work. Whatever chaos there may be.
Piotr, what is this crisis? We're so close. We cannot allow our work, everything we have accomplished, to be destroyed.
What do you think I'm trying to do? My solution may be inelegant, but will allow you to finish our work here. You will be responsible for this. If you succeed, they cannot keep you off the Central Committee. From there, who knows?
You will be there before me.
Perhaps, perhaps. But you will be in the unique position to win or lose. Acquaint yourself with the full data of North America. Maybe you see things I have missed.
I will report to you when you arrive in Moscow.
You are a son to me.
And you a father.
You have taught me more than I have taught you. You will remain here until I am gone. When you lose and fail, that is understandable. When you win and fail, that brings the madness.
That I will conduct the responsibilities of the Deputy to the Governor General of the Central Area Heartland.
Do solemnly affirm that I will conduct the responsibilities of the Deputy to the Governor General of the Central Area Heartland.
She looks lovely, doesn't she?
Yes. Yes, she does. Sir, the members are waiting.
Chosen by the people, I serve at the pleasure of the people.
Having been chosen by the people, I serve at the pleasure of the people.
Conducting all the aspects of the government of this area according to the dictates of law and justice.
This is not the Stalin era.
The choice of alternatives is yours. The committee will accept your judgment.
And if I refuse?
Many on the committee still prefer nuclear explosions, Pyotr Petrovich. You know that. We have accepted your compromise, and now you resist even that. If you do not act, someone else will, and your brilliant career will end in disgrace. Of what value is that? All they are asking is that you do your duty.
It may have the opposite effect. Upheaval, chaos.
It was your plan. It was your proposal, comrade. The logic is quite convincing.
It is not necessary. That was 10 years ago. Congress is a mere symbol.
A symbol, exactly. A potent symbol. One that can still rally people against us. Do your duty, Pyotr. I order you to return to Moscow and accept the honors you deserve. There is still too much work to... There is much good work to be done.
I have your word that Colonel Denisov will be permitted to function?
You have my word.
I may be late in returning to Moscow. Don't wait. Don't wait up for me.
Don't be a fool, Pyotr Petrovich. You are to return immediately. That is an order.
Attention, please. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, your attention. This highly unusual session will be in order. The Vice President would like to speak.
Ladies and gentlemen, I know this is an emergency situation. In the name of the President, I'd like to thank you for responding so quickly. The matter is of great urgency. The President is ill, but he has asked your tolerance while General Samanov addresses you.
My friends, I have learned much during my time with you, to appreciate much of who and what you were and have been. At one point of my life, I thought of America as an implacable enemy. I no longer feel that. Not because we happen to succeed and you happen to fail, but because I know you better. I understand you better. Understanding is a long, long and difficult road. It requires closeness. A closeness which our two countries were never able to achieve. Our two systems so different and in many ways possibly incompatible. But we are all of us human beings after all. Maybe not so different, not so different. But there are those who have not had the chance for the closeness, the understanding. When events are seen at a great distance and seen only as extensions of policy, there can be no understanding. I beg of you to cooperate so that the opportunity for such understanding will be able to develop. I beg of you in your own best interest, in your own best interest, in interest of peace, in interest of your people, accept the inevitable. However great the idea of your country, however noble those purposes, this body no longer serves those ideas. There's no point. This body no longer serves those ideas. There is no point. No point. Please. Please. Take this opportunity. Take this opportunity. I must ask you to disband this body.
We will not, sir.
To declare that the national representative body of the United States and its government relinquishes its power to the administrative areas. Please, take this opportunity to declare that the national representative body of the United States relinquishes its power to the administrative areas. And I must ask for a vote. I must ask for a vote. Immediately. Too late.
Пойдемте со мной. Пожалуйста. Зданието това загорится.
Кончено?
Да. Вертолет готов. Остается только несколько минут.
Очень хорошо. Очень хорошо. Подождите меня.
it down. Take it down.
I want this entire area cordoned off. There's to be complete communication blackout over the Washington area. No civilian or military traffic. Only priority lines will continue to function. Close the city. No one in or out without my specific approval. Yes, sir.
There are many survivors. May the rescue crew proceed with the removal of the bodies.
Have our men help. The General's body is to be removed immediately. I will accompany it back to headquarters.
We have a claim of responsibility. 4th of July Brigade. The call came on over an hour ago. They said death. Name the group? That's all.
Trouble is, there's several groups we know of that call themselves 4th of July Brigade. Variations of that. It's going to be hard as hell to find out which one.
Well, whichever one it was, I'd say they had military training, if not paramilitary. The only people I know able to pull something like this off would be ex-Green Berets, maybe Rangers.
Think of Americans doing something like this. Makes me sick to my stomach.
You would prefer Russians to have done it?
Oh, yeah. At least that makes sense.
I think this makes sense. How can this make sense?
You almost ready, Ann? I want to corner a couple of those governors before Marion gets to them. God, you look beautiful. Just from under is a knockout. That necklace looks a little dowdy, though, don't you think?
You gave it to me when we found out I was pregnant with Jackie.
Forgotten. Anyway, it doesn't go with the dress. What's the matter?
I don't think I should go tonight. Just tell him I don't feel well.
Man, you gotta go.
I'm an American. I don't think you want many of them there tonight.
And I don't need this right now.
Was that the plan all along? You just neglected to tell me you and the Russians were starting another country.
Of course not. Maybe they had the idea all along, but look, it's the only way we're gonna be free again. Look, we're people like we've always been. You're Amanda, I'm Peter, there are our children. People we know, people we've lived with all our lives. Midwesterners. We don't live with Californians. Do you know anybody from South Carolina? We'll still be Americans, just more in the sense that Frenchmen or Germans or Europeans.
There just won't be any country.
You know, I never noticed you being particularly interested one way or another in being an American. And the whole time I've known you, you've never expressed much interest, much less took part. Now, all of a sudden, it's important for you to be an American. Ham, look at us. We got a chance to do something really good. Good for people who for the last 10 years have been wiped out. Whatever they call themselves. You know, for most people, being American never meant that much anyway. You know that? We're all just living our own lives, doing the best we could. Last time there was any real American spirit was World War II, 50 years ago, half a damn century. Damn, I am so tired of this I'm an American bull. Where was all that patriotism when it counted? Where was that willingness to sacrifice? Nobody wanted to join the damn army to defend the country unless they got paid well. Nobody wanted to give any time to public service unless they could make a career out of it. And I didn't notice a lot of us giving up our lives in the last 10 years.
I'll go with you tonight, Peter. Not because what you've just said is more than half the truth. Because I still believe you're trying to do the best thing. You're not like the Russians or Marion and those party people. You really want to do some good. There are a lot of forces trying to drive you from that good in you.
So, I guess it's my job to stick by you.
Like a thorn in his side.
Something like that.
A lot of nice people here.
I don't know.
The absolutely most beautiful girl in the entire room with her brother talking about basketball.
You wouldn't think a guy who just started his own country would have time for a mercy dance.
I'm always gonna have time for my baby girl. What I don't understand is why she isn't having more fun. There must be 200 very good-looking young men here who would die to be dancing with you right now.
Gorks.
Gorks?
Gorks, believe me.
Can I say something?
No.
Honey, you gotta forget about Chester Milford. You know I was never much of a fan, but he's gone. You can't stop your life. You should be out having fun with people your own age. Shut up, Daddy, right?
Don't worry about me, I'm fine.
Colonel Denisov.
Something very important.
He wanted to speak to Mrs. Bradford as well.
Why don't you find her? Hello?
Peter, a serious thing has happened here. I can't tell you anything at the moment, but you will be informed before it's released.
Sounds like middle of the night news.
Yes. Oh, by the way, an attempt was made on Devin Milford's life.
What?
An attack was made on his escort, or what they thought was his escort.
Who?
We suspect the party intelligence agency.
Mary? We had a deal.
I think you should consider the advantage of having him released. There's nothing to be gained by his death. And that is what would happen.
You knew this before, that this might happen. What changed your mind?
I have reconsidered the consequences.
It's going to make it tough for me with Marion.
I will let you get back to your celebrations, and Peter, congratulations.
Thank you. You wanted to speak to Amanda.
Oh, yes, I would like to congratulate her.
Hello, Colonel.
Mrs. Bradford, please listen carefully to what I have to say and try not to react. Devin Milford's life is in great danger. I have warned Peter, but you must try to find a way to influence him.
Thank you. Why have you changed your mind? Why do you want to help Devin now?
Mrs. Bradford, I've been thinking a lot about what you said the other day, about the consequences of our actions. Even if we try to do the best thing, we can't always control the outcome, can we? Something may come along and upset even the best of intentions.
Is that happening?
I'm afraid it's always happening.
Goodbye.
He's always been there. With us. Even when he wasn't around. Some kind of ghost in our lives.
I've always loved you for you. Separately, not through Devin.
Doesn't matter. You're still with us.
You too. He's a part of you too.
I think I'm beginning to understand. Marion's trying to get rid of him. We all keep going through this process trying to get Devin Milford out of our lives. Like some kind of failed exorcism. Well, it is a little, isn't it? At that stadium, in front of that crowd, I felt comfortable. I didn't feel afraid or in second place. I didn't wonder what Devin would say. What am I doing here? I knew what I was doing there. And it felt right. What do you say we leave this shindig and go back to Omaha?
Thank you.
For Devin?
For you.
I needed to hear your voice.
Are you all right?
No.
What's wrong? Are you hurt? Andre?
What do you think of me?
It's kind of a funny question.
I need your love.
Bored with running the world already?
I've never had time for love. Maybe that's why you meant so much to me. I've always needed your insolence, your unconcern for the things the rest of us thought were so important.
What are you talking about?
You cannot understand it because it is what you are.
I'm leaving Chicago. I thought I should tell you. I don't know why you'd find out anyway.
Where are you going?
I won't tell you, Andre. I don't want you to find me.
And if I asked you again to come to Washington?
I can't.
I cannot let you disappear.
You said you wouldn't stop me.
Do you remember that little song you sang in that musical you did in the church?
The Fantastics.
Yes.
One you thought was silly and sentimental.
Could you sing a little of that song for me?
Right now, over the phone?
Please.
I'm sure there's something else you'd like.
Please, Kimberly.
Try to remember the kind of September when life was slow and oh so mellow. Try to remember the kind of September when grass was green and grain was yellow. Try to remember the kind of September when you were a tender and callow fellow. Try to remember, and if you remember, then follow.
Check the new admission. He's fine. You should check him on your regular run.
Yes, ma'am.
If there's any problem, I'll be in the on-call room. No. I'm going home. I'm not feeling well. If you need anything, it's all right to contact Dr. Drummond.
Dr. Drummond?
Yes.
Right. Good night.
Night.
I'm assuming she has an unrestricted internal passport. That means she can get the tape to Omaha. There's a guy who used to be a net stringer. He's got some kind of transmitter and a little audience. I don't know what good it'll do, but maybe something.
I don't think she'll be able to do it. She could barely get herself to the theater and back.
She's gonna have to. Go with her.
I don't know.
Look, you want to do something or not? If you don't, get out of the way.
Yes.
It's good for you.
Kimberly Ballard, I know.
Glad to meet you.
Younger on the stage.
Come on, Emma, give us a break.
Well, it's true.
All right, Kim.
I understand you want to try a different role.
You gotta get this man to ICU.
We can't let him out of the unit, Doc.
You got a medical station with a respirator? I gotta have a respirator.
Yes, but we don't have an intensive care setup.
Get me a respirator now.
I urge you to let matters take their course. We're not strong enough to confront the party openly. You cannot afford a struggle with Deputy Andrews at this point.
Why are we doing this, then? There's got to be something that makes us different than they are.
How do you want to handle it?
How do you think people would react if one night they saw on television their new First Lady taking a routine tour of a hospital, possibly with the commander of the Heartland Defense Forces. And in the course of this little human interest tour, they discover a brainwashing experiment right there, live on camera.
Under the jurisdiction of the party.
They would see that we're going to change some of the injustices of this occupation.
And at the same time, take the focus off Mr. Milford.
I'm so tired of being paranoid about Devin Milford. I mean, the world's not going to collapse if he's alive. The more you make of him, the more important he's going to become. Believe me, I'm an expert at it. A year from now, nobody will remember his name.
Chicago shipment? You, Eric?
Uh-huh.
Jeffrey says the Nat wants you back.
Well, that'll be the day. Get in. Come on, come on. We're only about 5 minutes ahead of the patrol. How is Slick?
He's fine, thank you. This is very important.
Whatever stirs the pot.
Do you think anybody will be up to hear this?
Well, there'll be some. A broadcast right from here. Keep moving, keep sending it out. Reach more people with my transmitter and try to keep out of the spotter's way. Drives him crazy trying to pin me down.
I pledge allegiance.
This is Kimberly Ballard.
Flag.
Devin Milford is alive. He's alive and he's fighting for America. He's been taken to the psychiatric section of the People's Acceptance Hospital, the old Veterans Hospital. He needs our help.
Liberty.
I'll now play a tape of Devin Milford on the steps of the 4th District Court in Chicago. His message is simple. I know it touched me.
After the Republic, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Everybody. I want you to listen. Come on. Come on your feet, let's go. I need your help. I got Devin Milford upstairs and I'm trying to get him out. I got some work. A chance to do something.
You want to do something?
Makes a difference. Come on, exiles. Let's show these people what a bunch of sick exiles are.
Please leave. You are not authorized to leave. Subject to detention. You have no business here. Please leave.
We're under orders to keep everybody that's here in the ward.
Listen, this is an important man. Perhaps the most important you ever had in here. You want to face Dr. Collins if he dies on your shift? Or maybe you'd like to explain to the party committee.
Watch out. Come on, folks, we're coming. Step aside, please.
Clear the way.
Please, don't push.
Help us out here, folks.
Come on.
People, we got a patient.
Best job of work I've seen a bunch of exiles do in a long time.
I'm not a part of this. You can't make me. I'm not involved.
I don't think she's ready for the revolution.
Leave the hospital immediately. All unauthorized people leave the hospital immediately. Anyone caught in the hospital by the police will be arrested. Proof of employment by the hospital will be required for arrest. Or unauthorized people will leave the hospital immediately. Proof of employment by the hospital will be required to avoid arrest. Anyone caught in the hospital by the police will be arrested.
Get in, Doc. No, I'm not going. It's gonna be crazy. They unravel this thing, they're gonna fry your brains from that way. I gotta stay here and do what I can for the rest of them. Justin Milford's still in there. Come on, get out of here.
Come on through, please. Thank you.
We're talking about here. This man helped a prisoner who was assigned by the 4th District Court by the Deputy Governor General herself to escape.
They're nearly here, for God's sake.
Just stonewall it. Don't show them the unit.
And how am I going to do that? What if they ask to see it?
We don't even know if they're interested in the unit.
Don't be naive, Helen. And you've been around as long as I have. This Milford man arrives, and the next thing you know, we're doing a little impromptu tour. Now, come on. This smells like a power play to me, and I don't want to get caught in the middle of it.
I'll take responsibility. I'm sure Deputy Andrews will back me up.
You do that.
I know Peter Bradford. He's a decent man.
And once he finds out what's going on here, he's gonna...
I have nothing to do with that unit. I've never even been inside it. Nobody blames this on me. I don't think I need to be here.
You're not gonna win this one. Not here, not now. It's turning. The tide is turning. Do you realize that this is the first time I've seen someone like you lose in 10 years? First time.
It's not over. We've done some breakthrough work here. Breakthrough.
We're very proud of the...
Amanda Bradford, I presume.
Alan Drummond. What the hell are you doing here?
Oh, you don't know how glad I am to see you.
I believe that. Where's Devon?
He's gone. We got him out this morning.
Thank God.
He'll be all right.
Well, that ends the tour.
Not quite. I think you're all going to have to prepare yourselves for what you'll find here. Amanda, no.
I'm not sure who it was. We are investigating.
Peter. There are steps you need to take. We cannot know what the effect of this may be on the people. It could even help you, tragically. But the next few days will be critical.
It's not Justin.
Come on.
Justin.
It's all right.
Justin.
Wait a minute.
It's not. It's all right.
Keep going.
It's not. No! Jackie! No! Honey, no! Wait up! No! Listen to me. No! No! Stop it! Jackie, stop it!
It's nothing.
Come on. Come on. Excuse us, please. Listen to me. That's Justin out there, okay? That's Justin.
It's not Justin.
don't know how bad it is, and we don't know whether he's going to recover. He's hurt. He needs us. He needs you.
What for? Lonnie. It's true, isn't it? I don't
He
know.
needs your love. Something to make him come back.
Bring him back.
You have to do it. You have to show him your love. Whether he recognizes you or how ugly he looks or anything like that. Because if you don't, you'll never, ever forgive yourself.
Devin Milford is alive. He's been taken to the psychiatric section.
There are no great transmissions of range of no more than 2 miles visually, 5 miles audio.
How did she get to Omaha?
I don't know, sir. Our operative lost her.
That's enough. And what was the result of the transmission?
A small demonstration of no consequences.
Now, I want you to place all UNSSU on yellow alert. They are to remain in barracks unless specific disturbances are reported to me and I authorize response.
Yes, sir.
Now, Michael, because Heartland is in the most delicate stage of transition, I must have absolute control of the situation at all times. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
I want you to specifically call Major Gertman and remind him that he is restricted to barracks.
I understand, sir.
Now, Michael, there will be a great many things in the next few days which, given the way we've operated here in the last 10 years, may seem strange to you, possibly even chaotic. But we must remember what Lenin said about productive chaos.
Yes, sir.
Boy has not been found.
Your orders are to break off the search for the boy and return to the barracks.
You had sufficient time, and you have wider responsibilities. Your preoccupation with Milford is becoming suspect to General Denison. It is the home of Governor General Bradford, and he wishes to avoid any conflict. There will be a direct general muster, an order given by the commander of our forces, Amerika, at 1600 hours.
I must leave a small contingent to assist the local authorities.
You have lied to this command about the use of their troops. The general does not know that. I do. I have tolerated it because I thought it worth a show of strength. The situation has changed. If you remain out of control, your command will be terminated.
A stray bullet, Comrade General.
Yes, sir, a stray bullet.
Tragic. He is a hero of the Soviet Union. He will be rewarded as a hero. He will be buried in the wall of the Kremlin.
I can say that nothing could have possibly meant more to him, Comrade Chairman.
We have seen the tapes of the operation. What is your evaluation of the effect?
A brilliant tactic, sir. Coinciding with the secession of the central area, now called the country of Heartland. I expect a great many reactions. We should not be alarmed by apparent upheavals. There will be temporary disruptions. Outrage, but impotent outrage.
We have been considering sending another general officer to assist you.
General Simanov and I have worked closely for many years. He had wanted me to be his deputy at the national level. But I felt it was my responsibility to make certain all went well with the first secession. Now, that has been accomplished.
And brilliantly, too, according to General Samanov. You had his confidence, and you have ours.
I will be worthy of your trust, comrades.
Congratulations, Comrade Denisov.
We will be watching your progress with great interest.
I thank you very much, comrades.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is with great sorrow that I report to you that a group of terrorist resistors has attacked and burned the Capitol building in Washington, D.C. In a suicide attack, utilizing vehicles loaded with explosives and charges strapped to their bodies, they succeeded in destroying a major portion of the historic building. Tragically, many members of the House of Representatives and the Senate were in session at the time. Many are dead, and many others unaccounted for. All efforts have been and are being made to recover the bodies and rescue possible survivors.
This bulletin came to you from the National Network News in Chicago. Stay tuned for further details.
You knew. Look at our children, Peter. They don't even understand what they've lost.
Come on, Mom. I understand. Guess I just don't know what the big deal is. I mean, it's too bad that some guys had to come in and blow it up and all. And somebody had to get killed. But I thought we weren't a part of that anymore.
It's part of our heritage. It'll always be a part of us.
Yeah, well, I still don't see why Mom is always getting on my case lately.
I have to go home. I want to go home, Peter. Be in my own house. I need to do that for a while. Maybe I can't be what you want me to be. I can be your wife. But I'm not sure I can be your first lady. I'm sorry. Anybody can come.
You know I can't. I'll come get you after things have settled down here a little.
I'll go with you, Mom.
You're dancing, honey.
It can wait.
I'm gonna hang around here, okay?
Okay.
He'll be fine. We'll batch it.
Yeah, it'll be great.
Maybe you can send some things in a couple of days or something.
Or you could come back.
Daddy, you'll be all right?
I'll be fine.
You could come with. Mom really wants you to.
I know, baby.
Sure gonna make people think twice.
Twice?
About supporting the resistance, or even becoming involved themselves. I think that they might just line up behind this new Heartland deal pretty fast.
Andre used to say that the resistance was like the outlaw theater we did. Fun, a little dangerous, ultimately safe.
I'm going to Milford. I don't believe all this crap. I don't believe it about me. I don't believe it about a lot of folks I know and a lot I don't know. I don't believe Devin Milford will want to roll it up, and I don't either.
Can I come?
Let's do it.
Well, I haven't been to the country in a while.
Might be something to shoot.
There ain't nothing I can do in Milford that I can't do in Omaha.
Stay tuned.
In Job's deepest despair, God had not forsaken him.
No.
In that time of sorrow for Martin Luther King Jr., even unto his death, God had not forsaken him. When the night fell 10 years ago, God did not forsake us. You hear me say, in the darkest of hours, God did not forsake us. I know that because I see it in your eyes. I know that because I can feel your spirit. I know that because you have given me faith. I know that because you have given me strength. Even now, as I must leave you, I take you with me. I take you with me and I ask you to wait for the call. We wait. To take the message to the farthermost part of your life. To wait for the word. For it will come. And when it comes, you will be glad. I said, when it comes, you will be glad. I leave you now to try and do more. To go and be with another man of faith. Not our faith, but one surely as strong and righteous as any the Lord gave us.
Amen. That's right.
You wait.
We wait. We wait.
You listen. You watch. We'll watch. For mine eyes have seen that this trial will pass. Mine eyes have seen that we shall be raised up. Not by others, but by ourselves. And the strength in us. Strength to carry on. Mine eyes have seen the glory. Mine eyes have seen the glory and the coming of the Lord. Mine eyes have seen the coming. The glory.
Vic! Peter! What the hell happened? Take a guess. What are you doing here?
Devin. It's Devin. Look, Devin. Come on.
I need some help.
Okay, let me get under here.
Dad. Bad penny. Welcome home, son.
Well, let's get you inside.
The house.
Well, I guess now's as good a time as any to tell you. Your old room isn't quite ready.
Hey, come on out. I got a surprise for you.
Dad!
Well, what took you so long? Hey, let up on him. He's a sick man.
Well, is it over?
It's just beginning.
I want an alert of all party cadre. Every single member of the party must be ready to take to the streets. If he thinks he's going to get away with this, yes, take over the installations where we can. I'll make sure we have backup from the special service unit throughout the area. General Simanov, Marion Andrews, it's absolutely urgent. Yes, I'll wait. Andre, I'm trying to reach Petya, but they put me through to you.
Yes, Marion.
I hope you're not part of this conspiracy.
What do you mean?
Devin's escaped. And the experimental conditioning unit's been compromised. Somehow Amanda Bradford was taking a public relations tour or something. The whole thing was photographed by a crew.
Well, simply censor it. I don't see what harm is done.
It's an obvious attempt by Peter Bradford to damage me. Well, he's going to find things a little more difficult than that. I'm calling a general strike. And we're going to move to take over as many facilities throughout the area as we can.
You are overreacting again.
I demand that you put me through to Petya. I want the special service units throughout the area on alert and prepared to support the party. And you know Petya will do it.
General Simanov is dead.
You're lying.
I wish I were.
He can't be dead.
There will be an announcement made later in the day, not just about Petya. I'm sorry. I know that there were strong feelings between you.
We loved each other.
I am sorry.
And the UNSSU?
I will retain exclusive control of the units. Marion, try try to find a way to reconcile with Peter Bradford. Believe me, it's best for both of you. You cannot win. You can only bring chaos.
Unit commanders all standing by, sir.
Gentlemen, your function in America is entering a new phase. Effective immediately, you will no longer be responsive to area advisory committees or area party officials. No action will be taken by any unit unless it is specifically authorized by this command. You are on yellow alert. Full readiness, but restricted to barracks. Any involvement may be seen as a provocation. Defend yourselves, but in any matters of internal conflict which may arise, stand aside.
There are reports that the PIA has taken control of the police station in St. Louis. I've placed the defense force on alert. I think we might expect similar action throughout the area. There is, of course, the call for a general strike.
What's the response?
Too early to tell.
Okay, I'll call Mary and try to calm her down. Try to keep the defense force in a position where they can be useful if we need them.
I think we should take the police station.
Not yet. We could touch something off we really don't need to. Can they be in a position to attack if we need them?
Yes.
What about the UNSSU?
In barracks, sir. On alert.
Well, let's hope that holds. Looks like the Russians are trying to keep the game even.
I don't like the looks of this.
It's quiet. Too quiet.
All small towns are like this.
Keep going. These troopers seem a little nervous.
Nervous? You want to see nervous?
Act brave, Cliff. Use a method.
Funny.
I wonder how we find the Milford place. Ask a cop. Yeah, great. Oh, just say we're a national network crew. 10 to 1, he'd have no idea we're not supposed to be here. He'd just assume that we got the authority from somebody higher up. Unless he's got orders to the contrary. If he does?
Say we're looking for a great little restaurant I heard about in Omaha.
My God.
Hey. So, how you like farming?
Well, I guess we can start some trouble now the press is here.
Take a wrong turn in Michigan Avenue.
We figured we'd come help you wrap this thing up.
It's great to have you here. Thanks a lot.
It was at the supper table that the boys discovered the change in their father. They knew him as a presence, as ears that heard but did not listen, as eyes that looked and did not notice. He was a cloud of a father. The boys had never learned to tell him of the interests and discoveries, or of their needs. Lee had been their contact with the adult world, and Lee had managed not only to raise, feed, clothe, and discipline the boys, but he had also given them a respect for their father. He was a mystery to the boys, and his word, his law, was carried down by Lee, who naturally made it up himself and ascribed it to Adam. I love you. Jess. Please come back.
and said he's improving.
Must be subtle.
What are you doing?
Starting a revolution.
For real?
I'm afraid so.
Against Peter?
Doesn't have to be.
I'm afraid.
Don't be.
How the hell can I not be?
I buried my guns.
Yeah, well, that was a mistake.
Because I didn't know who to point them at.
Oh, well,
Yeah. After 10 years, I learned who I'd like to point them at.
It took you 10 years?
But one other thing I realized is that it'd be really stupid.
Well, bury him.
Wait a minute. Wait, just wait. Now, I'm not going to turn into somebody like those guys that blew up the Capitol. That's where it ends.
No, that's where it starts.
Now, you keep doing what you feel is the right thing, and pretty soon anything you feel like doing is the right thing.
Well, maybe we should be doing.
What about this new country idea? We all know Peter Bradford. He's a good man.
We've been spineless for 10 years. I have been. I just sat and watched the bastards burn our house. Didn't do a damn thing about it. That house has been standing in the same place for over 100 years, and we took that. Well, that's enough. No more!
God knows none of us here have. Except maybe Herb Lister and his crowd.
But this business about a new country that Peter Bradford's talking about seems to me it'll get rid of them faster than anything we can do here.
What the hell's different than the next?
I think I know what difference it makes. I think deep inside we all know. Every person in this barn in his heart knows. We don't any of us want to be afraid anymore. Those who want to reach for their guns, those who want to keep them buried. It's the same thing. Fear is driving us away from believing in ourselves, believing we can still be Americans. That's what fear does. It divides and destroys.
yourselves up.
Wait for me. If they're prisoners, we're all prisoners. Tell that to your commander.
Tell them there's no difference.
The whole town of Milford's a prisoner.
I am sending a platoon to reinforce. Let them all spend the night. We'll see how many want to remain in the morning.
Remember, everybody, this is just a diversion, so they'll pull their reinforcements out of town. That'll at least give our people a chance. Now, don't anybody go getting yourselves killed. We'll need all the help we can get tomorrow. We'll have about 3 minutes before they seal off the perimeter.
The helicopters are on the other side of that building.
Okay, let's move.
Sky smiling at me, nothing but blue skies do I see. Bluebirds singing a song, nothing but bluebirds from now on. Never saw the sun shining so bright, never saw things going so right.
But they would have sent more reinforcements. Let's hope it's enough to give them a chance.
All of them gone, nothing but blue skies from now on. Blue skies smiling at me, nothing but
I don't know, boys. I don't hear any kaboom.
Yeah, it'll be all right.
Well, we got away with it this afternoon.
The only way to do this is to attack the barracks.
It's a hell of a risk sending ordinary people up against those guys.
If we can get in, Eric feels we can get the satellite frequencies from the safe and figure out a way to use their transmitter to intersect the national network satellite.
No other way to reach the satellite.
If it works, we reach the whole country.
How long will it take them to jam it?
Eric says we could have between 3 and 15 minutes.
If I figure out what to say in 3 minutes, what do I do with the other 12?
Would you sing the Star Spangled Banner?
Several times.
Now.
Get down! Down! Don't move!
Get down!
Get down! Down on the ground! Down! Flat on the ground! Don't move! Get down! Get down! Don't move! Keep your head down!
Have radio contact.
We have several flyers that are... Tell them to withdraw the reinforcements. You have to return to base immediately. Do it! Get the hell out of here.
right, get on your feet. Come on, everybody on their feet.
Come on, up.
Move, move, move. Come on, come on.
Sir, there is an attack signal from the Milford barracks.
An attack signal? What do they mean? Who could be attacking them? How long ago?
15 minutes, sir. The signal was apparently a malfunction.
I wonder, is the communication with Chicago ready?
Yes, sir.
Michael, did you get the signal from Milford?
Yes, sir, but it was rescinded.
Have you spoken with Gertman?
No, sir.
I'll do so right away. Make sure everything's all right. You know how much confidence I have in the Major.
Yes, sir. Oh, General, there is a report which I did not credit, but I think you'd like to know. It indicated that Miss Ballard is in Milford. We intercepted a party communication. I thought you might be amused.
Check on Major Gertman.
Shall I raise the unit, sir?
No. Take them off the system.
Sir?
The man is a loose cannon. We cannot afford to have him disrupt other units or create the wrong impression for the Kremlin. He's to be totally isolated.
Yes, sir.
Major, Petya trusted you implicitly.
Yes.
Then I must as well.
You may, sir.
What I'm gonna try to tell people is that America can never be divided unless we let it. We can ignore the new boundaries. We don't need to go along. We can refuse to go along.
But why do you have to do it? Why can't somebody else?
Your dad can get their attention. He just happens to be somebody that they'll listen to.
They know. I'm just gonna remind them.
Yeah, but it's gonna cost. Some people died last night.
There's no such thing as resistance without cost. Some people will die. But at least they'd have died for something.
I'm gonna go.
Next time.
I love you.
Boy, do I love you too. You stay put in there till we come back to get you.
I love you.
Under attack. Repeat, under attack. UNSSU forces in full assault on the town of Milford. Repeat, we are under attack.
Squad leaders, can your man spread out and search all the houses? Spread out and search all the houses.
search me!
Let's go, let's go.
All the people we have in Milford are your house guard and a Defense Force communications unit. Our hardline troops have been mobilized. We should meet up with their convoy pronto.
Well, our equipment's no match, but I bet our boys are. What the hell's the matter with that madman? Which one? Curtin, who else? Well, we'll know soon enough.
Sir, there's no response from the barracks. And our communication intelligence unit just intercepted a message from Milford to the new Heartland Defense Force. It said they were under attack.
Who the hell from?
The UNSSU unit.
Get there. You are to relieve Major Kirkman and take personal command of the unit. Call Dallas. I'm going to need the command point.
Am I to go?
No, I need you here.
We'll get there.
Wing Command 1. Barry, get your birds down there and distract those guys so our boys can catch up.
Roger, Wing Command 1, proceeding to target.
All units. Barracks under attack. All units break off and return to barracks. Go.
Special Service Unit heading southwest to Milford. Spread out. I don't like doing a cop with one hand.
Moving to attack perimeter.
the heart business. There's real people down there and real blood. And I don't intend to spill any more than's absolutely necessary, them or us.
Upstairs, next to his room.
Somebody to clear those people out of there.
Thanks, Harry.
Well, this system isn't online. I need to have the access code. Satellite channel is changed every so often, so for them to use the NatNet channel as an emergency alternative. They'll have the NatNet code because it'd be the one thing they'd want to avoid.
Maybe they're in the safe in his room.
Try it. Oh. The audio's hooked up to these telephones. I need a microphone from the truck.
Got it.
You know what you're gonna say?
I was thinking about Caleb. What's gonna happen to him?
You'll have a chance to influence that.
Sometimes I wonder what influence any of us has. Whether the people aren't just moved little by little, one direction, then another. And all our thrashing around really doesn't have much to do with it.
Hell of a time to wonder about that.
I guess I think we don't have that much to do with it. Some little pushes and shoves. The people move themselves in their own time.
Well, maybe so. But I'm happy as hell there was a Washington and a Jefferson. And Lincoln, Roosevelt, Martin Luther King, John F. Kennedy.
Thanks.
Said it was a bad safe. It was easy to open. It was hardly worth it.
Why isn't it opening then?
Helmut's a pathological liar.
The combination is... Don't move. The combination is right 223. Go ahead, Alicia. Do it. Right 223. Left twice. 28. Right twice. 214. Left 20. And then push. Go ahead. Do it.
pussies. Devin, we gotta get going. Devin, the Marines are here, only they're the wrong Marines, and they're not going to appreciate what we're doing here. Devin, come on, it's got to be now.
Take care of her.
Frequency codes. I'll go try to stall them.
Get ready. Almost got this. You know, the interesting thing about this setup is that they got an extra unit, a redundancy factor. And I'm going to lift this extra unit. You may be able to find the time to use it. Time later. See that switch in front of you? Just push it down and get the thoughts together and look pleasant. I'm going to put this redundancy factor in the cupboard here. Everything will look in the obvious place. Get ready. Your system's coming up. Hold it!
Devin, don't do it. Listen to me. Get out of here.
You got a chance to do the right thing, Peter. We could do it together.
Your way is over. There's no way to stop what's been put in motion. Please, don't try to broadcast.
And if I don't, no prison, no more hospitals. You let me live out my life in Milford with my family.
There are worse things.
I suppose I'd have to learn the Heartland national anthem.
I think we could get around that.
Thanks for the offer.
Devin, please. Damn you, Devin. It's never the easy way.
Think you can kill an idea, General?
Please get up and walk out of the room, Mr. Milford.
I can't. I'd never forgive myself. I'm not going to accept the breakup of America. I'll resist with my spirit. I'll resist with my life.
My father died because he believed that what he stood for was more important than his life. My father gave me life. He gave me physical life. And then he gave me a reason for the rest of my life.
I can resist because I've found the love for my children. The possibilities of their lives are more important than my own.
He said that everybody has to die. And so it's not dying that's what's so bad. It's having lived for nothing.
I'll live through my children, through whatever good and true things I might have taught them, or the legacy of fear I might have left them.
My father lived for something. He lived for himself. He lived for his ideals. He lived for me. And he lived for you.
Each of us will find our best selves or our worst selves. And in finding that, immortality.